So I guess the benefit of having him like this is that I can rest the girls on top of his feet. Look, I apologize. I know I apologize a lot. I'm sorry if it's like annoying that I'm always finding like the need to have to apologize, but I don't know. I don't know why. Because you know why? I'm a perfectionist, and at the same time, I know I'm very hard on myself. I'm too self-critical. I'm aware of these things. So, and I'm also aware that I have to just stop being so self-critical because it's like stalling my forward progress, right? At least that's what I think one of the readers was saying. I'm sorry, I don't know. Look, there I go apologizing again. I'm not really sure which one it was, but look, I'm always multitasking. This one is, let's see. Gotta make sure I don't press the wrong button. 28%. So I know there's also like, sorry for jumping around all the time, but I think you should be used to it by now. So basically I'll put a number and then I'll put shortened or S or simultaneous. So I realize that could be confusing, but until I figure out a better system, then I do my best to explain everything to everybody. Anyway, I didn't earlier I was talking about, look, that shit is ugly behind me. But what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna fucking, yeah, this is what I can do. Alright, so I'm aware that I'm too self-critical, but then I was talking about the Kardashians and Cardi B, but I don't want it to seem like I'm picking on them. It's just that, they're in the spotlight, so if I use them as examples, then it's pretty, like, look, there's no good angle. This is why I need to have the dolls, because, like, obviously the whole background is just not that favorable. So, like, this side, you see the fucking dark spot. Anyway, let's see. I've already spilled so much water, look. That's how you know it's real, right? You're always gonna see something ugly in the background. Okay, and then also, it's like, I want to keep an eye on the other two phones, but at the same time, I want it not so fucking close to my body because of radiation. Okay, so I use them as examples, obviously. Look, back of his head does not look good. Who else? I'm just trying to think, like, are there any other people that I can use as examples? Because I don't want it to seem like I'm only picking on or singling out XYZ. I was just really just using them as examples to let people know that, I have certain things that I don't think I would ever want to compromise on, right? Because, part of me is like the major conspiracy theorist, right? Like, I don't think you will ever see me doing the yachting thing. Because that's just not, look, I just realized that I already went over like fucking 4 minutes. This is my favorite thing to do. Like, the thing is, I always want to include as many dolls as I can, because, I'm a toxic boy mom. But I don't want to just be a toxic, where the fuck did I put the girls? Ah! Her head rolled out. Okay, one of them, you know why? Because I don't want to waste battery. That's the reason why I want to keep an eye on it. And if a file takes way too long to upload, then the screen might go black. So when that happens, I don't want to just like lose my work in progress. Meaning, just because if that happens, then I just wasted my time and energy for no reason, right? So that's the reason why I have to keep an eye on it. Because I've had it happen before, obviously, so that's the reason why I know. Okay, I was talking about them, giving them as examples of things that I would not want to ever compromise on. So, for example, I think by now, it's like we all know, it should be common knowledge that these models who go to like the Mideast, like Dubai or whatever, we already hear about these porta potty fucking parties and celebrity yachting. Like this, like prostitution is the oldest fucking industry, and it's not going anywhere. So, really, as a former stripper myself, I do have to say, like, that's just what guys do for mental health. Like, why, if you think about it, it just makes sense, right? Like, why pay somebody? Look, I'm holding the fucking tripod and bending it closer to me, because I know what. Look, sorry, I know what looks good, right? Like, I don't want to hold the fucking camera, but this is obviously a better thumbnail than this, right? Of course, I don't want to hold the fucking thing. Anyway, so yeah. Look, I don't even like how my makeup looks right now because it's been on my face for too long, so I feel like it's starting to, like, just... I feel like I could use a touch-up, I guess. If I had a makeup team, then I would obviously have somebody else do it for me. Anyway. So, what was I saying? No! I spilled so much water today. This is not even funny. This is... Alright. I have to just stop trying to do too many things. Because obviously the only reason why this is happening is because I keep trying to do too many things, right? So I just spilled more water. I can only be perfect in so many fucking ways, man. You know? This is why I get mad at myself, right? For not being perfect. Look, and then I just realized... Did I just, like, flash the whole audience? I don't even know, because obviously I'm wearing my fucking, like, dress. Ugh. So, of course, I made a mess, so that means I have to fucking clean it up. I mean, do I have to clean it up right now at this very second? I mean, before I fall and slip on my ass. Anyway, so obviously it's like I'm distracted yet again, because obviously I fucking made a mess. But... And then, it's like, today, I have to say, I'm not happy with today's work because I made so many mistakes today. I just need to chill and stop worrying so much. But my point is, like, why am I bringing all these, like, examples to your attention? It's just, like, I'm just trying to say that I have certain things that I don't want to stand for. Because ultimately, I'm an entertainer, right? And even though I'm not a singer yet, ultimately, it's the entertainment industry. And all I'm saying is, I don't see myself, you know, money isn't everything, is my point. Like, yes, it's great to have tons of money, but I guess you could say I have certain values, right? So I'll give you an example. I have a avocado that I ate most of it, But because it was not completely ripe, it's still kind of hard. I'm just like, I don't want to throw it away. So I'm probably just gonna like either throw it in the ocean or leave it on the beach. Because, you know, something is going to eat it. Whether it's ants, fish, I don't fucking know. That's an easy meal for another animal. Why should I throw it in the trash when I could feed someone? Even if it's just like a tiny little bit of avocado, I don't want to like throw it away. You know what I mean? So, after watching so many animal videos and then also just like seeing on basically I'm doing my best to explain things, because you have luxury and extravagance, consumerism all the way on the right, on one end of the spectrum, and then you have poverty, right? And then you always hear me talking about, oh, manifestation and law of assumption, law of attraction, etc. You just have to act and believe that you already have all the things that you want. So in my mind, it's just kind of like, well, how does this work out if, according to these laws and stuff, you have to go from a lack mindset to an abundant mindset, right? So keep this thought in mind. If we live in an abundant world, then that means I have nothing to worry about, right? It's almost like you know, wherever it came from, there's always going to be more, meaning source or whatever. But so I just gave you the example of, you know, the avocado that is still not really ready to eat, because I ate most of it. There's just a tiny little bit. I mean, I guess I could show it to you, but I don't really want to get my hands dirty when I have my doll in my lap. But my point is that something could eat it, whether it's an ant or another animal. So that's the reason why I wouldn't want to just like throw it away. I mean, even if there's like a beggar on the street, you know, it's an easy meal for somebody else. So, like, why am I allowing myself to, you know, worry about these stupid little things, right? I don't know. I worry too much. So, yeah, it's just hard for me. Like, maybe I just have blockages. Maybe I just worry too much. Because then, you know, when it comes to manifestation, they talk about, like, oh, detachment, blah, blah, blah. Right? So, yeah, it's really hard for me. I'm explaining, like, all these things to tell you why I think it's hard. In terms of, you know, all the things that I want to manifest, right? Because you can manifest so many different things, whether it's money, health, appearance changes, right? So, like, how am I supposed to manifest appearance changes when I'm constantly looking at myself, either in the mirror or on camera, right? How do I detach? Just not look at myself. I don't know. Am I making any sense? Please let me know if I'm not making any damn sense to you guys. Anyway. I still have a few days left here. And of course, my place is still a fucking mess. But I showed you guys, I put the luggage downstairs already. But, you know, just the sight of the fucking fan, like, that it's so ugly. It's just like, and then the TV with the fucking plug dangling off the wall, and then of course the marketing on the fucking refrigerator. It's just like every angle is a fucking bad angle. It's just like there's always gonna be something that I don't like. And ultimately, what does all this boil down to? Simply that I just need space. I need more space. I can't. It's hard. I know I said can't, but it's really challenging for me as a perfectionist who is also a mass uploading content creator to work like this under these conditions, because I'm a control freak. We all know this. So of course it's just like, you know, obviously if I had the space, right, then then if I had more space, then I would have a dedicated space simply for recording, so that you won't see nasty shit like, you know, this ugly fan and the fucking ugly ass, you know, refrigerator, or, you know, the no smoking sign. Obviously, if I had my own fucking space, then I wouldn't have all that bullshit, right, in the background. And as much as I want to, like, decorate my own space, it's like, after moving around so much and going through the motions of packing and unpacking, and, you know, I still have so much shit in storage, it's like, fuck. It would just make my life easier if I have less things, right? But at the same time, I don't really see myself, you know, living in the fucking boondocks. Because I told you guys, I've done, you know, enough traveling where, and also experiencing just like different types of environments where I've lived in the bumfuck nowhere, and I don't think it's for me. Like, let's face it, I'm just gonna admit that I like comforts, right? You already know I like to be comfortable, right? I just don't see myself living right smack in the middle of nature. Like, the bugs. And, you know, some people will not hurt a fly. They won't hurt a fucking any other animal, including spiders or whatever. And I told you how I feel. My stance is, number one, I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? What if it's one of these fucking, you know, man-made technologies, like, brought to you by Bill Gates? You know, what if it's carrying some sort of fucking, poison or disease meant to fucking kill me? I mean, you got birds aren't real. And then, what else? You know, I'm all about, like, Greek mythology, right? So, you had Zeus. He was, like, pretending to be a bull and a swan to get into ladies' pants. Get inside ladies' between their legs. So, you know, what if it's a shapeshifter? What I can't. So yes, there are people, which I respect them, because that's their values and beliefs. They would not want to hurt any other living thing. But, you know, at this point, I am not yet, you know, completely knowledgeable on whether or not XYZ, every single fucking animal, is poisonous or not. Like, I don't know if it's a threat or not. And that's my point. So yes, I'm just gonna say that I am a fucking murderer. I'm gonna fucking kill the whatever it is before it fucking decides. Like I told you that movie that I saw where the cockroach crawled inside that fucking girl's ear. Like, dude, I don't want that shit happening, man. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna fucking kill whatever creepy crawly shit it is. Like, it could be some shapeshifter spying on me, right? Like, it could be an enemy shapeshifter. I don't know what the fuck it could be, but I'd rather have it dead. So I usually like to announce it. If there is a bug that's in my space, like a spider or whatever, I'll just be like, you need to get lost. Please go. Like, because, you know, after watching all these animal communication things, it's like, I think there was the one where the lady was talking about how she was communicating with the bug. She had a bug in her shower, and I think she was at a hotel or something, and like on vacation. So she asked somebody to come and, you know, get the bug out without killing it because she didn't want to touch it. And I mean, to me, it's just like, if you're on vacation, space, energy, time, money, right? So if I'm on vacation, energy, time, that's my time. It's easier for me to just fucking kill it. So, especially because if I don't know if it's a threat or not. And then, okay, so, because I was talking to you guys about how she's an animal communicator, right? So she was saying, and actually I was kind of like hesitant, or I didn't really want to watch that video, because she was saying that the bug was in distress, you know. Excuse me. And bottom line is, I don't know enough about bugs. Like, so if I knew that the bug was not a threat, and if it's not a cockroach, I don't know, I just hate cockroaches. Like, just the sight of it just brings up trauma for me. Because I told you guys, I kind of grew up in, you know, a disgusting place full of cockroaches. So, and then of course, when I was in Okinawa, my sergeant took me into a cave, which was filled with cockroaches, like a bajillion cockroaches. I killed so many by accident, like, because there were so many. Like, I just stepped on a few of them by accident, because it was just like, it was like, I guess that show X Factor, you know, where you just go inside a fucking room full of creepy crawlies. Yeah, I mean, it was just like a nightmare in real life. It's like, dude, I didn't sign up for this shit, you know? I didn't sign up for X Factor. You know, there's no prize money at the end either. You know, it was just my sergeant fucking with me. Because it was like 4 of us, I think. No, maybe 5 of us. It was my sergeant, and I think it was like 3 other guys and me. So we like went all the way deep inside the cave, an unmarked cave. So we just like left flashlights along the way. And by the time we were like way too deep for me to like, you know, turn around and head back outside by myself, like my sergeant was like, oh, by the way, I was going to tell you that there's a ton of cockroaches in here. So I just, you know, I was already stuck in it, you know. I'm not going to fucking turn around and go, you know, by myself. I'm too much of a pussy. Anyway, so, yeah, if it's a cockroach, that motherfucker's dead. I don't care. I don't want anything crawling into any of my holes, you know what I mean? So, I don't like bugs, but, you know, usually if it's not a cockroach, right? Or if I don't know, but most of the time I'll kill it. But usually I'll give it a warning. So, yeah, and then especially with, like, flies. You know, because, like, they land on shit or whatever, And then they want to land on your fucking food, and I'm just like, no, I don't want any of your fucking germs. So yeah, I'm just a murderer, but I will give whatever. Oh, unless if it's a fucking mosquito. Nope. If it's a mosquito, I'm going to fucking kill it. Like, I just can't function or do anything until it's dead. So most likely, what I'm probably gonna do when I get a place, I'm gonna have to get one of those bug zappers.